Hello, everyone. So today, this challenge, we'll be talking about the issues with the supply chain for Google's new Pixel 6 Pro, starting with the stockholder analysis and then moving on to the ethical decision making and finishing off with their social responsibility. So basically, just starting off with the stakeholders, those are basically the shareholders, the creditors, the senior management, Google employees, suppliers, miners, consumers, environment and surrounding communities, as well as the government. So now we're looking at the stakeholder analysis, and as you can see, there's a lot going on here, but the important things to note are where you see very high. So in this case, it would be management. So their influence over mining is very high. Their level of interest is very high. What's important is that the bottom line and their positions are consistent product release, and their contribution to the project are basically creation of social compliance in terms for the company. Another important one to note are the suppliers as well. That's also high in influence over mining, as well as high in level of interest. And why this is important is because there's good margins and consistent supply, and their contribution is find, buy, and the sell cobalt, obviously. Another thing to note is when things are very low as well. So influence over mining is very low for the miners. Their level of interest is also very high. And the reason for that is because with where income comes their health and safety, and their contribution is obviously mining the cobalt. And lastly, just important to note that the environment, the influence over mining is very low, but their level of interest is very high. So obviously, you don't want to be you want to like save the environment, so sustainability and there's pollution issues. But their contribution is obviously the that's where the cobalt exists, so they give them the resources. So I'll give you a second just to look over that. Okay, moving on to the principles of ethical decision making. So this right here is a long-term self-interest pursuit of outcomes. Invest in mining tools and safety equipment so the miners would be able to mine more effectively and efficiently. There could also be steadier supply with the less loss of healthy miners. Okay, so decision making and being ethical. You can see in the videos that they're basically mining with their hands, with their fingers. They're not wearing any type of protection, not even shoes or helmets or anything like that. So obviously, giving them the safety equipment would help. Next, you have the distributive justice. So Google could work on fair trade arrangements as well as investing in on-site clinics and safety officers for miners. This is obviously very important for their health and safety in general. Just in case something happens, there's a clinic nearby with professional doctors and helpers who are able to assist them. And the safety officers are good to be able to make sure everything is to code and there's nothing too dangerous going on. So the expectations of corporate social responsibility, these are things such as promoting and instilling ethical practices such as factory workplace code of conduct. Next, you have the sustainable environment efforts such as collaborating with Cobalt and our phone recycling companies. The philanthropy work by establishing or supporting charities, helping communities in the Congo. So this could be, offering schools, offering to build schools, child support for minors with children, and just helping them out in that way. And lastly, you have the volunteerism. So offering paid leave for employees, volunteering in the Congo for helping build schools. So just kind of doing it on a volunteer basis and sending people to help out. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.